Allocation keys are useful when you want to allocate an amount to several GL accounts or maybe several dimensions. In this example, I will set up an allocation key for the depreciation expenses of equipment. So first of all, let me go to the fixed asset posting groups. So here you can see the posting groups of my demo company. There is equipment, furniture, goodwill, IP, and so on. But here you can see that all these fields contain the same GL account, which is of course not how you're supposed to do in real life. You would rather set up a typical or a specific GL account for each field. And let me show you how this can be done by using equipment as an example. So the acquisition cost account is okay, but I would like to set up another accumulated depreciation account. So let's look in the list of GL accounts, and you will see that there's accumulated depreciation account 10,900, which is of course a better option. For the acquisition cost account on disposal, I will stick to 10,800, but also here I will set up 10,900. Then there's the gains account on disposal. So there I would also like to set up a new account. So here you will see that account 61,600 is depreciation equipment. So I will use 61,610 as gains and 61,620 as losses. So let's do this. I will create a new account. So this is gains on disposal. So I will just set it up in a very simple way. So this is an income statement account, so that's fine. And then for the losses, I will use 61,620. So also here, I will create a new account. And this is losses on disposal. All right, there we go. And then finally, I will also set up another maintenance account, maintenance expense account, which is 61,200 repairs and maintenance expenses. So the acquisition cost balancing account is okay, but then at the very end, I will also enter a new depreciation expense account, which is 61,600. All right, so this is a better setup, of course, so when each field has its specific account, so that, for example, these transaction types are posted to the balance sheet, but gains and losses and depreciation expenses should, of course, be posted to the income statement. All right, but the idea was also to set up an allocation key. And remember, I would like to set up an allocation key to allocate the depreciation expenses of equipment to several departments. So let's do this. So I will click here on Navigate, Posting Group, Allocations, and then I will select Depreciation. So next, I will enter a first line. So with the GL account to which depreciations should be posted. Then I will enter an allocation percentage. So for example, 20. And now by clicking on More Options, Navigate, Line, I can enter dimensions and dimension values. And so for this example, I will use one of the existing dimensions for my demo company. So for example, department, and the first line, 20%, I would like to post to the administration department. There we go. Next, I will enter the same account. In this case, let's take 30%. So I will click on Navigate once more, Line, Dimensions. And in this case, let's select the second department, Dimension Value Production. And then finally, the remaining 50% should be posted to the sales department. So department, sales, there we go. Notice, by the way, that you can, of course, also enter multiple dimensions for one allocation key. But in this case, I would like to allocate to the department dimension, which means that one dimension and dimension value per allocation key is fine. All right, so here you can see now that 100% is allocated. And in one of the upcoming learning paths, when we calculate and post depreciations, you will see that Business Central will now create a depreciation line for each department, at least for all the equipment fixed assets.